Hello, it's Dirty Truck, and this is part two of that video I post. I think I ended the video cut off because I reached maximum recording time because I can't. It's impossible. It's virtually impossible for me to say all this shit that's going on, this unbelievable shit, in 2 to 3 minutes of a quick video. It's impossible, you know. But I left off talking about that guy, the owner of the truck, when he took the tires off, and what he said to me that let me know that he knew that those tires was what was causing that thumpity thump noise. That he had knew. See, this is why I don't like driving nobody else's truck. This is why I don't like dealing with other people's equipment. This is why I don't like dealing with it shit, period. Because you get me there to these companies, and I don't know what kind of game this is here going on here, to where I got to be the spokesperson for pre and post trips. That I got to get in these vehicles and start getting the shit straightened out that should have been straightened out before you put me in the vehicle. So, but what he said was, when he took the tires off and laid on the ground, I said, oh, look at the shape of it. Then you could really see, when they land on the ground, you could really see how badly shaped those tires was. And I don't know how those tires got like that. It's like somebody took an iron and just sat it right there on both of those tires. And they just formed that flat spot to where the tire was out of shape. That's what was causing the thumpity thump noise. And when he took those tires off, he replaced them with tires that was at the DOT line. Now, they had a little meat. It wasn't no more meat than the other tires. But they had the DOT line. I understood his reasoning for it. I understood his logic for it. But at this point, you was taking both tires off. Now, I can understand you saying the truck would ride funny if you were just replacing one of the tires with a new tire. Yes, of course, it's going to ride funny because you got higher tread on a lower tread. And all your tires, the back axle on that truck is at the DOT line. The front axle on that truck is got a nice little meat time before he need to replace those. But that back axle, you at the DOT line, especially on the right side, those two outer tires, you there. And then on the other side, it's just a couple of more turns, and they already gonna be where these two tires is. He really need to replace the whole back axle. But what he told me, he was going to wait till they were all wear down. How you going to wait till they all wear down? Because the back axle is worn down more than the front axle on the tractor. See, this is why I don't like driving nobody else's shit. And this is what the company try to make me an example of. Shit, I'm telling them that need to be replaced, need to be done, that don't get done. And then I'm riding around here in it. Then something happened, then you want to send me pre and post trip inspections. Like, I don't know how to, I mean, that's an insult. That's a goddamn insult. Now, I don't know if that's a policy. You got to make them rewatch the video because you got a citation. But that's what they've been doing down here. The rail yards they've been doing shit to try to make it look like I don't know how to do a pre and post trip inspection. You know what? No, it ain't I don't know how to do it. I'm tired. I'm tired of doing it. This is every day. And when you got to deal with this nonsense every day, you get tired of it. You blank out. You zone out. You know, I have a fuck it stage. If you want to continue to dispatch me on this shit, I got a fuck it stage. I do. Let me tell you what they dispatched me on one day. Was picking up at one of the yards here in Detroit a container. Now, I did a video on a container that had a hole on the inside that I missed. And I don't know how I missed that. And it was almost as if when I went in that truck stop to go use the restroom, it was like somebody got up there and punched that hole in there themselves. I do not know how. I didn't see that. It was impossible. This is the same truck stop I stopped at. That when I came out, the handle to the turnbuckle back, to the pin back there, the locking pin, had been completely removed. The zip tie was gone. At that same Pilot truck stop I stopped at, up there in Battle Creek, Michigan. That's the same truck stop I stopped at when I went to the restroom that day. And when I got that trailer to the yard, I opened the back door, seen that hole up top. That's the same truck stop I had stopped at. That handle didn't fall off because I had it zip tied in there twice. And if it did come out, it should have just been hanging. Because it was hard to break those zip ties. I can't even take my hand and snatch those zip ties loose. It's hard to break them. The only way I know them to break off like that with that particular C-style handle is that while driving, the handle kind of turns. And if a jolt or you go over a bad section of the road, you know those containers bounces. And if that pin turns and it's enough force to snatch it, it'll make the zip ties break off. I've seen that happen. But usually when I go back there and see a zip tie that's broken off, when I stop the truck for whatever reason, I made it to my destination, or I just stop the truck, go somewhere, go in the restroom, whatever. When I notice that those zip ties are broken off, there's an indication that let me know how it broke off. I would go back there and see that the locking pin had actually turned. And when I see it in a turned position, then that lets me know that it turned in such a force that it broke off. Something I ran over or something with the road conditions, it turned and it finally broke off. That's why I don't really like those. I want to call it a U-bolt style. It's these containers, one of the particular model containers that I pull has a U-bolt style arm to turn the pin. And it's like a deep U. And those I don't too much care for because those, they subject to turn. All of them subject to turn, but those subject to turn worse. And that's the handle, that one with the handle was completely gone when I came out the truck stop. And I had to call the company and let them know the handle is completely gone. See, I can't make this shit up. This is somebody doing this, trying to make it look like it wasn't there. But see, you can't do that with me because our company, pre and post trip on the app, you also get to take photos. Now, I don't do the tractor. Every now and then I do the tractor. I take photos of all the way around the tractor. But the trailers, every pre-trip, it gets a photo. Post-trips, no. Not unless there's something happen en route after I get to the destination and I done noticed it. Or maybe possibly I missed. Then I put it in the post-trip. But every pre-trip, that's why I understand the company's sending me a goddamn pre and post-trip video. And I do pre and post-trips every fucking day. With pictures. I take pictures of the trailer. The back, the sides, and when I catch the sides, you catch the tires. So when I did my pre-trip on that tire where the tread came off, I'm looking at my pre-trip. You see the tires, and you see the tire with the treads on it. Oh, what are you sending me a pre and post-trip video for? You know, I can't make this shit up. I mean, I just can't. I get tired. And you should get tired. These companies should be tired. These rail yards I'm going to should be tired of deliberately trying to do shit to make it look like I don't know my shit. They should be tired. Because I can assure you that I am goddamn tired. I'm tired of the shit. And you know, when I get tired of something, I have a fucking stage. And I'm at that stage now. That was a pet peeve of mine over the road. Independent contractors, we don't get paid for having to deal with some shit somebody else dropped and it got to be getting fixed. We don't get no pay for that. They're interfering with our time. You pretty much have to ask the company, would you pay if it interfered greatly in your time? That shit you got me doing for free. Like when I went to that day I missed, I had to, didn't have no work. Went up there, they dispatched me on a load. It was something wrong with the goddamn tires. And they didn't have no another load. So you got me to come in to work for 40 minutes to do a free pre-trip to let you know everything that was wrong with it. And then they got to repair people out there to fix it for somebody else. But I was told, well, we ain't got nothing else. You need to go on home. You got me doing all this free shit. Driving these long distance when it really should be more money on the distance we driving that I'm driving for that load. It should be more money. But it ain't. So I'm dealing with it. But you know, I can't make this shit up. I have a fucking stage. And I'm there now. And I've been there. I'm a fucking stage. These drivers don't give a fuck about the shit they dropping. I really don't give a fuck about the shit you dropped. But I'm tired. Every day is something. And it's being done deliberately. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these companies. Then this is the worst here. Now, this company gonna send me a pre-trip video. Like, I don't even know how to do a fucking pre-trip. Like, you somehow think I don't know how to do a fucking pre-trip. You got to be an idiot. You got to be an idiot to think me, I don't know how to do a pre-trip, when that's all my videos been about before I even got to your goddamn company. Do you know who I am? I'm the queen of pre-trips. I don't pull out with no shit like that. Now, on occasion, I have missed a tire that had something wrong with it. All the tires good, and it's the one section. But I catch it when I get it. I caught it when I got to the yard. But when I got to the yard, and I was just dumbfounded because I opened the doors of that trailer when I picked it up at Dalton. I didn't see no fucking hole. It was nighttime, and moonlight shines through holes, and you can see the white of the light on the floor. That hole was right at the back of the door. I didn't see no hole at all. Now when I opened the door, now it's possible. Is it possible somebody could have laid something over top of it to cover it up? Or property, or had something up there where you finna fix it and didn't fix it, and it blew off? I don't know. But it was odd that when I got it to the yard where it needed to be dropped, it was a perfectly brand new, that container was brand new. You can tell it's brand new. Wasn't no scuff marks on the inside. The paint was brand new. Floor, brand fucking new. All of a sudden got a hole in the top. When I opened the doors to drop it over the empty lot, you should see the expression on my face. I was shocked to see, where the fuck this come from? That's exactly what I said after I opened the door. Where the fuck this come from? Meaning, I didn't see the hole. And you know how stuff just, people like to make it look like I overlooked something by going behind my pre-trips and doing something. And that's what's been happening. Now, I don't want to say this happened. And it's a real far-fetched idea. But when I pulled into that pilot, this is the same pilot where that arm that turned the pin back there, the locking pin, the security container, was completely gone when I came out from using the restroom. The zip ties was broken off. The whole arm was gone. Like somebody just fucking took it off. Same pilot truck stop up there in Battle Creek, Michigan, off of exit 104. But the arm come up missing. Now they call dispatch. It didn't fall out. I had it zip tied with 2 zip ties. I can't even break those zip ties. I can't even take my hand and just snatch them and break them the way I'd zip tie them up close. And like I said, before them zip ties are broken, I had to see an indication of what caused it to break. I'd have to see the pin turned. And I would know there was a force of the road or something on the road where it was a sudden force that it snatched real quick and it popped it. Because that do happen with those U-boat style arms. And I don't particularly like those style arms on the chassis. But I can't make this shit up. Well, I got to get to these companies. I got to be the spokesperson of pre-trip and post-trip. Now, I'm at a company trying to make it look like I don't know how to do a pre- and post-trip. This shit getting worse and worse. Lady, just in case, let me tell you who I am. I'm the driver that these companies brag on about the pre- and post-trips. You better ask Horizon Safety. I'm the one they brag on about pre- and post-trips. She does hers. She do her stuff. That's what they say about me. In case you don't know. Sending me a pre- and post-trip video is an insult. Now, I don't know if that's policy when you get a citation about a tire. You got to show them a video again. I ain't forgot nothing. Who you need to be sending the videos to is down there in the rail yards who's doing that bullshit. Who's deliberately doing that shit. I think they did that shit on purpose. I believe that whole day was a setup. I believe they knew that tire was the tread was going to come off. I believe they knew it. What you did to that tire, I do not fucking know. But I do my pre-trips. I have proof of all my pre-trips on those trailers. I have proof of those pre-trips even if I do one and the lights is out. I used to send this pictures to the company website. They told me you ain't got to do that. Why not? This is what you dispatched me on. I want you to see what you dispatched me on prior to me doing the pre-trip. Because I doubt y'all even look at the pre-trip pictures. Do you even look at the pre-trip pictures I do? Do you look at the pre-trip photos I include of the chassis when I do my pre-trip? Because if you did, you will see I did my pre-trip. And you will see the pre-trip catches the pictures of the tires. And you will see the tires of treads on it. If you were looking at my pre-trip video, my pre-trip DVIRs, are you even looking at my pre- and post-trip DVIRs? Are you even looking at it? No, you sitting up in the office, seeing all this stuff going on, and you sitting up in your mind talking about what? I don't think she know how to do a pre- and post-trip. Lady, I'm not new to trucking. And I'm not new to this game. And I'm not new to this bullshit. I'm the queen of pre- and post-trip. But I'm at a fucking stage now. Let me tell you what's going to happen. If you continue to dispatch me on bad equipment, if I continue to go down to these rail yards, picking up this bad equipment, you know, I have a right to let DOT know that I believe this being done deliberately. This is every day. You know, I got photos. I got videos. I document my shit to show them. I said, this is every day coming out. And I'm going to let them know which rail yards that I'm dealing with this. Because I'm tired of it. The company won't put a stop to it. The company is actually insulting me with videos, thinking I don't know how to do a pre- and post-trip. When this stuff is being done deliberately to get me a citation, to get me pulled in. What can I do about this? This is what I'm dealing with. These I can show them videos of loads I picked up that made it to the delivery. You had to come past the same weight station. Now, the only thing is, I'm running days. When you're running days, the weight stations are open. This is when you usually deal with this shit. At night, there's a few of them open for a certain period of time. Then after that, no. But during days, you're dealing with the weight stations. I'm back running days. So now you're dealing with the weight station. But it don't matter. It's because I know I'm deliberately being dispatched on this. This is what's going to happen. I've had many more problems. I get pulled in again by any of this goddamn bullshit that I know they deliberately doing. I'm going to have a nice long conversation with DOT, state troopers. Nice long conversation about this and what I know is going on. I already started a conversation with this when I was there. Even with the tire change guy, he came out there. I said, this is every day. Every day when I'm dealing with this type of shit, with these rail yards. Every day. Now, this is the worst I've seen. I've never seen a tread peel off. That with one of the, and I had offered, I didn't know how long it was going to take for that guy to get there. And there was another company there fixing one of their trucks because the guy had a blowout. DOT had him around back, he had to wait on the tire change. So, I didn't know how long this guy was going to take to get there. So, and this guy said he actually had that size tire. He said, I don't use recaps. He said, this is exactly why I don't use recaps. And he came over and looked at my tires on the truck. He said, yeah, that one peeled off and the one next to it is soon going to go. He said, this is exactly why I don't use recaps. I put virgin tires on his chassis. He said, I don't use recaps. This is exactly why. And he said, you about to have the same problem with the next tire. And then when the tire change guy they sent out there for the owner of the chassis company, when he came out there, he said, you might, when you get this chassis to the yard, you might want to tell the company to take a look at all these tires because they were recaps and you're probably going to have the same problem again. I said, well, the company not finna be putting no set of 4 tires on a chassis they don't own. That just ain't finna happen. Now, they going to replace this one. But they didn't even have to pay for it. The chassis company had to come out there, send somebody out there to fix it. But I guarantee you, our company is not going to be replacing a set of 4 tires. On they dime, no. But everybody looked at those tires. Out there while I'm sitting there waiting. Said these are recaps. This is exactly why they don't deal with recaps. I ended up with a chassis with recaps. They peeled off on one tire. Wow, that's unusual. But you want to make it seem, I remember my whole day when I picked up that chassis. And I'm quite sure that rail yard got cameras. They can see me go hooked. If they got cameras in the yard, I ain't really paid attention. But I know it's rail yard. You got cameras because you're dealing with expensive cargo coming in on those trains. So I know you got cameras. You're going to see me hooked to that chassis. I did my walk around. I looked at the tires. Looked at everything. Zip ties, zip tied the back. Make sure the zip ties up front. Check the inspection sticker. Then I pulled over to the porta potty. Used the porta potty. Then I eased up to the stop sign to get ready to go through the tunnel to come out, where they take the photo of the truck to get ready to outgate. But before I did that, I sat there because I wanted to ease up to the stop sign to get close before I start my drive time. And then, because I was on yard move in the yard, because I'm in the yard, I'm on yard move. So I'm going to get close up to the stop sign. And I'm trying to take my 30. And then I got to do my pre-trip. So they should see in the video that my truck sat there at that stop sign for a long time. Then you're going to see me get out the truck. Then you're going to see me perform my pre-trip inspection on that chassis right at the stop sign before I pulled out of there. You're going to see me taking pictures. You're going to see me looking at the tires. You're going to see me checking everything. That's what I do. It's what I do. But now I'm at a company that's talking at me like I don't know how to do my pre-trip inspection. You think because you got a female there, I don't know how to do my pre-trip inspection or post-trip. I'm the queen of that shit. I don't like being insulted. And I damn don't like nobody doing shit deliberately to get me pulled into a damn wait station. They did that shit deliberately. You around here talking about I didn't check shit. Where do you get that from? Are you watching me? How do you know what I checked and didn't check? Prove I didn't check it. How can you say I didn't check it? You just your words are strong when you saying you should have just stopped and checked the truck. I mean, and you saying it as if you knew when it peeled off, where I was when it peeled off, and where I should have pulled over after it peeled off. That's, I mean, the way they talk. They talk at me like they knew that had happened. And, you know, people kill me talking to me like they know every damn thing. You know everything about me. Everything I'm doing. You probably know I'm sitting up here making this part 2 video. You know every damn thing. But where was you at when that shit happened to me at Warren Truck Plant? Oh, you didn't know they was doing something wrong? You didn't know they was lying on me? You didn't know they was falsely accusing me? You didn't know that I wasn't harassing nobody and that they was lying on me? You didn't know that. But because that plant got away with that, everybody I go to be doing the same shit. I'm the queen of pre-trip inspection. Everybody praises me about how I do my pre-trip and post-trip, my pre-trip inspections. Because I'm on it about it. I don't like pulling that shit. And when I say I didn't see that tread pull off, I didn't see that motherfucking tread peel off. I didn't. Now, those chassis and those boxes make noise going down the highway. I can hear all kind of weird noises. Unless I see an indication of something, I don't know what that is. Now, and if it's not, if I hear noise that's not really a concern, and it's just the road, I'm not going to stop that truck. I didn't see no indication that that tread had peeled off. The tire didn't go flat. I didn't see no puff of air from it blowing. Nothing. It just like quietly peeled off and rolled up under the truck. Probably made a thumping noise going through the roads or whatever. It peeled off. But it didn't peel off in a manner where I saw it flap out off the tire. Now, had it peeled off on the outer edge, I guarantee you it would have peeled out going toward the where I could see it in the mirror. But it was the inner treads. It was 2 treads over and it peeled toward the back. 2 treads in toward the back. And it just peeled off and apparently just rolled up under the truck. Probably hit up under the back of the chassis. Doop, 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 and rolled off the truck. But the way it rolled off, I didn't see it. It didn't come in my line of sight looking in my mirror. So I didn't see it. And it was unfortunate that I didn't know that until we got to the weigh station. But I was glad and thankful that they caught that. But see, DOT officers have the common sense to know something that looks odd, because he mentioned that. And I can tell the way he was looking at it. I can tell about what he said when he looked at how that tread was peeled off of there. And he looked at the rest of those tires. And he even said it to me. He said, that is odd. I've never seen nothing like that. It didn't look like that should be going on. That's what the DOT officer said to me. And see, when DOT say that, and they see, when they start seeing odd shit, they start getting concerned about the odd shit. And they may keep in mind the company of the odd shit. And the truck they see in the odd shit happening with. They may keep that in mind. Especially if you go through the area regularly. See, I know it's being deliberate. But see, then every now and then you run into a couple of officers that look at some odd shit that they see going on, that they can tell maybe somebody helped it get into this condition, or somebody had done something. Every now and then they see some odd shit. And that officer did, because he mentioned it to me. He said, I'm looking at these tires and they don't look like that should have happened. That's what he's saying to me. And I'm looking at the rest of the tires. It didn't look like none of that shit was going to happen. But that's what he mentioned to me. He said that is odd. He said, I've never seen that before. And he's looking at the way that tread peeled off of there. He never seen that before. It's just ripped the fuck off. For apparently no damn reason. There was no indication that the tread was finna come off when I inspected those tires. Because if I seen that, because while I was at the stop sign in the rail yard, across from this stop sign is the inspection fix-it lane. Because if there was something wrong with that tire, I would have made him get it off before I left the rail yard. But see, this is what they do. I got to be the spokesperson. I got to be the scapegoat. I got to be the one to do all these damn inspections. I got to be the one that they dispatching on this shit, being responsible for somebody else's shit. I got to be the inspection queen. But I'm the one they seem to be catching going through the weigh stations with this bullshit. You ain't catching the other drivers of the shit I'm picking up. They catching me. Because they deliberately giving me this shit. That whole day was a setup. What you did at that time, I don't fucking know. How you made it look like that tread wasn't going to come off of there, I don't fucking know. What you did to it, I don't fucking know. It was odd. And I'm tired. And I'm at my fucking stage now. But I'll be damned if this company gonna insult me like I don't know how to do a motherfucking pre and post trip. This dirty trucking. I'm fed up with this shit. And I want out. This is shit that's making me want to quit. You're not gonna insult me with a fucking video trying to make it look like I don't know my shit when it's these rail yards and this shit being done deliberately. And you know about this shit. That's the killing part. You know about it and sitting up on your, I want to cuss. And acting like you don't. This shit that pisses me off. When I get to the company, you want to start doing this shit to me. And I'm sick of it.